I'm going to now move up to the patient vital data area on the top screen and talk a little bit more about that. Right now this may look very familiar if you have an 840 ventilator in terms of some of the information. But now we have some enhanced customization that you can do. So at the top, I can swipe to the left and reveal additional information. So I can go quite a bit. I've got quite a few more places there. And I can go back to my original setting. There is also an arrow over there. If I want to touch the arrow, I can do it that way as well. So either way you want to do. Now the other part about the configurability is that I can actually double tap and change what's actually viewed. For example, you may decide that the IE ratio is not the most important thing to look at. Then I can decide what I want to put up there. So you can use the arrows to go left and right, or you can just drag it with your finger and decide what you really want to view. So for example, maybe I'll change it and I'll switch it to compliance. So that's one example of how you can customize that upper screen. Now in addition to that, you can also come up and say, you know, in certain applications I don't really want to see even all this information, so I can come up and I can actually blank certain cells. I can blank really all the cells if I want. So I'm going to blank that cell, and I'm going to blank this cell. And so you decide how sophisticated or simple you want to make the screen. There's actually one more thing I want to mention about the waveform layouts, is there is something called institutional defaults. And so with the institutional defaults under the service mode, you can once again decide how much customization you want to have, and you can have those set as a system default. So maybe the staff is changing a parameter or two. You can decide if you want to lock certain positions, and you can also make it very quick. So if I want to go back to this layout icon, there's a default button, and by simply touching that default, it moves the screen back immediately to what maybe your system desires to have as a standard. And one other thing that you can do is you can say, okay, I like this display, but I want to be able to move very quickly between this information for maybe one type of approach to maybe other information for another approach. So I'm going to show you how you can do that very quickly. If I go under that waveform icon layout again, right there, and I look on the left-hand side, there are some tabs. Right now I'm looking at that graphic display of what I wanted to look at before. But if you look at the other two tabs, there is the large font, which was the big number screen, and the patient data screen. And I'm on preset 1 right now. So this preset 1 reflects what's on the top of the screen. If I push preset 2, and I've already kind of set up some new parameters, you will see that the whole screen can change that fast. That's how fast you can configure the upper screen.